Okay, the next video tutorial is Core Java Advanced Object Class Part 3. In the last video we have seen this program. So in this case we will be getting the object memory address rather than the content. So moving on to the next program, just press Alt F, select new and select Java. I have class A here. In class A, I have two members. One int I. Second member is one method called public string to string. So the method body, I'm just returning one string like it's a type object with the I value as I'm declaring this class as public. If I declare that class as public, that should be the file name, and the name of the file it is, in this case, what is the name of the class? The name of the class is m2, and we have main method in the m2 class. In the main method, I'm creating an object for class a1 is the reference, is equal to new a1 dot I is equal to 20. So here I'm trying to print the reference a1. So I want one more statement, come to the end of the previous statement and just press Ctrl J. You'll be getting the same statement in the next line. So here within the double quote, into the message as done. Save this. I'm saving this file inside my folder which is programming core Java object class. Inside src folder I'm saving this file. The name of the file it is m2, and whatever the class that is declared as public, the same I'm giving it as the file name, and I'm leaving the extension as it is. Why? Because automatically it is selected for Java file. Automatically it is selected as Java file. Okay, just click on save. Now what is going on in this program? So in class A we have two members, that is int I and one method called public string to string. So this method it is from object class. So in all the user defined class and inbuilt classes, object class methods will be available inside all the classes. Object class methods, totally 11 methods are available in all the classes. One of the method that is toString method of the object class. So in the previous program I did not override the object class according to my requirement. I left it for default implementation of object class. So That is why we were getting the object address rather than the content. Now I want the content. So for that, what I'm doing here, I'm overriding toString method of object class. How we are getting this toString method? So among all the 11 methods, toString method also, among all the methods, toString method also it is one. In class A and in class M2, all the methods of object class, 11 methods are available inside these two classes. According to the requirement, we can use those. According to our requirements, we can use those methods. Now observe here, I'm creating an object for class A. I'm creating an object for class A. Whenever we are creating an object for class A, all the non-static members of class A will be getting loaded to the memory and with their default values. In this case, 0. In this case, 0. I will be loaded with the value 0. Then in line number 14, along with the reference variable, I'm using I and I'm assigning the value 20 to it. I'm assigning the value 20 to the I. To access non-static variable, we need to use it along with the reference variable. We cannot use it directly. We need to use non-static members. In this case, I. We need to use non-static members along with their along with the reference variable of that class. While we are creating an object, we are getting this a1 reference. Along with the reference variable, we need to access this I. Now I'm assigning 20. Previous value 0 got replaced by 20. Now I'm calling the a1, the reference I'm passing inside the system.out.println. I'm passing the reference. I'm directly passing the reference. Okay. So what happens now? So internally, it will be calling toString method. Internally, it is calling the toString method. While we are calling the reference variable, internally, it is calling a toString method of class A. Now in class A, we have explicitly overridden toString method according to our requirement. What is our requirement is to print the content, not the address of the object rather than the content. So here, while we have passed this a1 reference, it is internally calling the toString method of class A, and toString method of class A is executing, and what it is returning to the method, that is its a type of its a type object. Okay, it's a type object with the I value as, and the I. Okay, and the I value. Now what is the I value here? 20. Okay, So here we are concatenating string and number. Okay. Finally, it will become string. So we are concatenating string and number by using plus operator. So when it is returning to this method, it will be string finally. In this case, we will be getting the content of the object rather than the memory address. In this case, in this program, we will be getting the content of the object. What is the content of the object rather than the memory address? What is a1.i is having the content we are getting, not the object reference, that is where it has been stored in the memory. That is not what we are getting. In this case, we are getting the content instead of the object address. So just try to compile and execute this program. What is the output we are getting? Come to the command prompt. To clear the screen, you can just type cls, enter. This will be clearing the entire screen of command prompt. Now trigger the command java c. First we need to compile java c and -d space double dot forward slash classes space the name of the file. Okay, the name of the file we have saved. What is the name of the file we have saved? That is m2 in our case. M2 with the dot java as the extension. With the dot java as the extension. Sorry, here java c command. Okay, not java command. Java command we will be using to run the class file. So now before running, we need to compile by using java c command. So java c hyphen d, it is directory space double dot classes and m2 dot java. We are telling the compiler, we are telling the command prompt to go back to previous two folders, and you will be finding this classes folder. There you need to keep the successfully compiled class file. So in our case, we have two classes in this file. In our case, we have two classes in this file, class A and class M2. Come to the classes folder. Initially, we have only two classes. That is, we have compiled from the previous tutorial. Okay, A dot class and M1 dot class. Now come back to the file. Observe we have class A and class M2, and come to the command prompt. Just press enter, trigger this command. If it is successfully compiling without, if we don't have any syntax error in the program, the dot class file will be generated successfully in the classes folder. Okay, our program does not have any syntax errors, so it is the java c command successfully generated classes files in the classes folder. Come to the classes folder, check it out. What are all the files available as of now after we have triggered this java c -d classes m2.java. Observe, we have m2 class and we have a class. What about the previous a class that we were used in the m1 Java file? So while we are while we are compiling this m2 file, whatever the class, whatever the class, the class with the same name, it is available in the classes folder, that will be replaced by the new class that is whatever available in m2.java file. The previous one will be replaced with the new one in the m2. The previous m1 a class will be replaced with the new one of m2 java file, whatever a class available in the m2 java file. So now we need to trigger the java command, java hyphen cp, hyphen cp in the sense class path. So where is the class path? We are telling the command prompt to find this path, hyphen cp double dot forward slash classes. In the classes folder you will be getting this file, and we are trying to run the class m2. Why we are trying to run the m2 instead of a? Because we don't have the main method in class a, and we do have the main method in m2 class. That is why we are running the m2 class. Press enter. What is the output we are expecting? That is content rather than the object memory address. So observe this output carefully. So we are getting the output as it's a type object with the I value as 20. It's a type object with the I value as 20. Compile once again. I have made some modification. I did not saved it. That is a minor modification. Okay. Just compile it. Whatever the changes you have made to the file, you need to compile once again. Compile and run the program. So we are getting the updated result. It's a type object with the I value as 20. We are getting the content of the object rather than the memory address of the object. So this is how we can make use of toString method. This is how we can make use of toString method inside our class. This is how we can override toString method according to our requirement. The default implementation will be to return the object reference, object address rather than the content. So we can override that method to return the content rather than the memory address. So this is how we can get the content rather than the memory address of the object. Okay, this is it for this video tutorial. We will analyze another program in the next video. Thank you.